Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. This is Tarot to a T, and I'm Mason. And right now I'm working on mid-July readings for 2022. And today we're going to do a reading for the sign of Pisces. If you had just stopped by and this is your first time, welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Think you'll like it. Try my best anyway. That card just flipped out, by the way. It was a 7 of diamonds. We'll see if it comes out again, Pisces. And if you are coming back, thank you very much for coming back, especially if you've subscribed. I appreciate your support. Does a lot of good things for us here on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Apparently that's too many cards. Please give me, break it up a little. You can give me the same cards, I just need it broken up a little. We're looking for 4 cards that tells me about a situation that Pisces is dealing with for mid-July, thanks. There. Yeah. Yep. I like it when they flip like that. It's very obvious. Can't be any more clear. What else is Pisces going through? Month of July 2022. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. It's more than one card, but that's alright. Now, cards of advice. Well, might have a lot going on, Pisces. They are flipping a bit. It's just funny, from reading to reading, depending what sign I'm reading for, they do shuffle differently. And I'm basically doing the same thing. I don't intentionally try to make them do crazy stuff. You know, I really can't. I don't know how you would control cards that way. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Dig in. 8 of diamonds, something to do with your finances. 7 of spades, uncovering truth. Jack of spades. I always stop with these cards because I think there's somebody in the midst that has a ulterior motive, or you're suspecting that, and you have the card of change and you have the card of completion. So something just wrapped up here, and as a result, some changes have come about in your life. Now the 10 of clubs is generally very good news. This isn't like a horrible loss. Because sometimes these major ends of cycle, major completions can be a loss. This is not what this is about. It could have involved travel. It can involve travel as we speak. It can also involve travel from one mental state or emotional state to another. But in any case, it's brought around these changes that's led to some kind of separation. And again, this is the card of traveling, in the sense that somebody's changing residences, or going off to college, or just leaving home for some reason. There's a plethora of reasons why somebody leaves. Okay, it could also be deployment, like the military. I mean, that's another example. But I'm not reading loss. I'm not reading, so far at least, a big split up, a big breakup. There's nothing emotional out here except the 5 of hearts. It does affect your home life. But you are suspicious, or somebody here has another motive. These jacks are this young energies. They can be younger people, but I generally see them as less experienced in some way. Now, interesting with the 7 of spades, see, some kind of truth was revealed, which led to a separation between people. I don't know if that means somebody applied for the military and now they're leaving, or they applied for college and now they're leaving. But it does talk about removal in the tangible and the intangible, like information. Tangible as in like physically, you know. I mean, it's possible you're with a younger adult who has decided to make a major change, like go off to the military, as an example, or college, and didn't tell you. Maybe this is a sibling, or if you're old enough to have a kid that age. In any case, things are moving ahead. There's some kind of payout or financial gain here, and it's about advancement. Like moving ahead, like you're not stuck on whatever's transpired here and it's come to these changes. You're not stuck on it. This is kind of odd. Oh, I won't kid you there. Let's see if we can get more information. Especially with the Eight of Diamonds. The rest of it actually kind of fits, but Eight of Diamonds, and somebody took some kind of massive control, or this is a dominating male figure with some authority. Problem is, this person causes problems in relationships, or somebody's embodying this kind of energy. I do think somebody sprung some kind of information on you, some kind of news that involves travel. Again, with this Ten of Clubs, it's generally positive news, and it's good news. It's probably good news to that person. Unless it's you, Pisces, that are leaving. We could flip this around. I think it could go either way. But somebody's taking control here. That's what these kings represent to me. They just kind of step in and they kind of lay the law. And they say, this is the way it's going to be. Don't really care what you think about it. Well, they may care, but it's like, it's not going to change their mind. Jack of Clubs, we still have kind of this young, inexperienced energy. This Jack is a bit softer than the Jack of Spades because this person is very supportive and generous. It's possible you or the person who has sprung the news that they're leaving and going off to military college, you fill in the blank, they have support on the other side. That's why they feel safe in doing this. They're not just going off by themselves, off the deep end. I do think somebody's dealing with younger people, or you're the younger person who just doesn't know as much about life in general and what all of this means. Like the impact of it. It's just not, the person, whoever it is not thinking about how it impacts other people, for example. When we're young, we can do things that we feel very positive and happy about, but our parents are not necessarily happy about it. Because it might mean that they're left behind in some way, or they're not part of it. I'm picking up on there's a parental storyline here, like parents and kids. And I don't think young kids either. We got 2 cards. So there was a wrap up and a major completion here. And this is, again, some kind of achievement, which is interesting because we saw with the Eight of Diamonds. That was like hard work paying off. Somebody or you have achieved something, and it's done. Not major cycle done, but like you're at the end of whatever that was. The Seven of Diamonds. Again, I'm seeing finances pop up, but it's pretty minor. It's just advising you against gambles and risks. This is kind of honestly kind of going a lot of different directions, and I'm not getting a clear grasp on what it's saying. I'm going to have to trust that it makes sense to somebody out there. Okay, Pisces, let's look at your cards of advice. King of Clubs, Eight of Spades. Ooh, we got a lot of spades up here. We got the Six of Spades. We got Seven of Clubs. We got 9 hearts, though. That's kind of that's the hearts at the end of the rainbow here. This is something that's going to end on a positive note. Somebody's getting what they really want. That's wish fulfillment. And the Six spades I will point out right now is about something destined. This was destined to happen. This isn't, even though it talked about being kind of unexpected earlier, this was destined to happen in this person's life. Whoever we're talking about, you or the other party. It's also opening up new opportunities as a result of that. So that's all part of fate and destiny. 7 of Clubs. I'm not gonna lie. I think whoever sprung this information on you, or you sprung the information on them, which led to this separation, the physical separation, this is because somebody was feeling trapped. I'm not picking up relationship though. This isn't like, at least not here. I'm not seeing like strong romance and marriage. Somebody was feeling trapped. If somebody feels like they have to leave and they have to go off and perhaps find themselves or pursue their own wishes. It very well could be college, military, that kind of scenario. 8 of Spades is interesting though, because this is challenges around work. Like you could have been advancing at work, but it was very stressful. It took a lot of work to get there, and too much, because it's too much of a challenge. The King of Clubs, again, I see the kings as control has been taken, or somebody represents some kind of strong authority. This isn't a light energy, but this person is generally very trustworthy and they have good judgment. They don't have any ill intentions. Perhaps the challenge around the work situation is just saying it may have felt like a lot of stress, or that may have been what was experienced, but the intentions behind it weren't to keep anybody back. I think this might have been the catalyst for leaving and going off and doing your own thing and taking kind of a risk, even though we had the card down here that talked about being careful about gambling, 7 of Diamonds. The gamble may not be financially, but like relocating, perhaps going to another city, another state, another country. But somebody was definitely feeling trapped. They felt like they had to do this. But the advice is saying it's going to lead to this wish fulfillment. That may be what our line of advice is going to tell you here, Pisces, that you just kind of have to accept. However unexpected and how unorthodox it may seem, it's going to lead to this wish fulfillment, and that's ultimately part of this person's destiny and fate. Or perhaps this is what you could tell someone else if this is you doing this and going off on a wild adventure, and somebody thinks you're nuts. You say, hey, this is my wish fulfillment. And we have 8 of Hearts. This couldn't be any better. This is about the socializing and getting to know people and potentially meeting very positive people that could lead to more serious, like, romantic relationships. Not necessarily romantic though. It's socializing. It's hanging out with groups of people on, like, at parties or at bars. It came out in your line of advice, so I think it's advising this is the direction to go, because you need to leave this heavier energy down of the stress with work. It definitely falls in line with feeling confined and how you need to go off and find your happiness. I think this is about somebody going off and finding their bliss. I really do. This is a very strong reading towards that. It's just not clear as to who it is and how that's being accomplished, but it definitely involves a physical separation. And going out and socializing is key. And the King is about taking control, but in a positive way, having good judgment, not being haphazard. Yeah, I think somebody decided to leave here, and somebody was suspecting that this was the wrong move with this Jack of Spades back here. And perhaps they tried to intervene with the King of Spades by saying, no, you can't do this, you know, trying to lay down the law, and it's like, nope, they have to follow their bliss. That's a very interesting way this reading turned out. If it resonated with you, great. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and want to hit notifications, I am going to try to do a bonus reading for the month of July. It may pick up where this left off. We may see some more. But I think I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I hope it helped. Okay. Take care until I see you again.